Are you planning on attending my wedding by any chance?
Well, yes, that's why you sent me an invitation, right? I'm assuming that you want me there, otherwise you wouldn't have invited me. Why do you have a problem with me attending your wedding?
Actually, I do. I don't want you at my wedding. I only sent you the invitation because Mom wanted me to. And I hope that you don't plan on bringing that husband of yours either.
His name was written on the invitation. He plans on coming with me. Luckily, he doesn't need to work that day.
Well, sorry, but I don't want either of you to come to my wedding.
Why?
First of all, your husband creeps me out.
Why would you say such a thing about him? You're being rude. What has he ever done to you?
Nothing. But it freaks me out that he only has one real arm.
Yes, Ted has an artificial arm, so what? I don't think that's ever affected you in any negative way.
I'm just saying that it's not a pretty sight to see. I don't want someone like Ted at my wedding. What will the other guests think?
Do you realize how discriminatory you're being right now? You shouldn't talk about other people in this way. Ted is my husband. You should know that it would make me upset for you to say such mean things about him to my face.
Well, I really can't say how I feel to anyone else, can I? It's my wedding and I should be able to choose my guests. I'm sorry, but someone with a prosthetic arm is not welcome.
It's not Ted's fault that he has a prosthetic arm. We're sisters, so I can put up with you saying mean things about me, but not about my husband. I want you to stop. What gives you the right to be so self-righteous? I love Ted, and I won't have anyone saying bad things about him.
How can you love Ted so much? He only has one working arm. Doesn't that turn you off? He's not normal. Why did you go out of your way to marry someone that has a disability? Oh, I guess it's a matter of normal guys not being attracted to you, huh?
Ted is like any other man out there. Why are you discriminating against him because of his arm? Can we change the subject now? I don't want to talk about this with you anymore. You need to grow up for the sake of your fiancé, too. You're 30 years old. You should keep certain feelings to yourself.
I like to be honest and open about the way I feel.
I guess we're gonna have to agree to disagree then. If you don't want Ted and I to come to your wedding, we won't. Are you happy now?
Yes, that's what I want. Please don't say anything about this to Mom, though. I don't want her to make a big deal out of this. To be honest, I wouldn't mind if you were at my wedding. I just don't want Ted there.
I don't know why Ted needs to be punished for something that's not his fault. I hate that you're doing this to him.
It's my wedding day and I should be able to choose who gets to be there and who doesn't. I'm so happy that my fiancé has both of his arms. And he's really successful too. He works for a great company and he gets paid really well. He's working on a really big multi-million-dollar project right now. I'm so proud of him.
I'm glad that you found a man that makes you happy. He may be working on a big project right now, but it's not like he's going to get all the money. He's just an employee.
Oh, shut up. You're just jealous that I'm marrying such a great guy. I can see why you'd be jealous, but don't take it out on me.
I don't think that I'm taking it out on you. I'm just sick and tired of listening to your bragging all the time.
Oh, we're going to have the perfect wedding. You just wait and see. We're both stunning and my fiancé is rich. We're a golden couple. We need the guests of our wedding to be as supreme as we are.
A golden couple? You must be joking. You're a temp at your company.
That doesn't matter because I found myself the perfect husband.
Fine, have it your way. I won't say anything anymore.
One thing's for certain. My fiancé is better than Ted in the fact that he has both of his arms.
Why do you have to compare them? They're different. Do you enjoy being mean to Ted?
I think you two make the perfect couple.
Yes, we are, and not in the way that you think. I'm very happy being married to Ted. I don't think that you're better than us in any way.
Well, believe what you want. I know the truth.
I guess our truths are different then. I'll try to make it to your wedding if I can. I'll let you know once I've decided. If you don't want me there, I'm happy to not attend as well.
I already made up my mind. You can come, but not Ted.
Well, if Ted's not invited, then I'm not going either. Have a great wedding, Helen.
Why are you at my wedding? You said you wouldn't come. And you brought Ted with you. How could you do this to me?
It's more like, how could you do that to Ted? I know that you don't like him, but did you really have to pour wine onto his head? What were you thinking? What you did was unforgivable.
Well, it's your fault for ignoring my wishes. I'm the one that should be angry, not you.
What the hell is wrong with you, Helen?
I told you not to bring your disabled husband to my wedding. How many times do I have to tell you that? You told me that you wouldn't come to my wedding if Ted wasn't invited. Why did you change your mind? You did the one thing I asked you not to do. You brought Ted. Did you want to ruin my wedding? Is that what this is all about?
I did not ruin anything. You're the one that made a scene by pouring wine on Ted.
So you're placing the blame on me then?
You're the one that kicked us out of your wedding, even though we didn't do anything wrong. You're the one that should feel ashamed about all of this. I told you that I wouldn't be at your wedding, but Ted was invited as one of the groom's guests, and I accompanied him as his wife.
You're not making any sense right now. Why would Ted be invited as one of the groom's guests? I'm sure that he just wanted to take part in this wedding, so he must have lied to you about getting an invitation from my fiancé. Who does that? Well, he should have never come. He doesn't belong there.
You're unbelievable, Helen, and so rude. I'm ashamed to be your sister.
I can say the same thing right back at you. Why did you marry Ted in the first place? Doesn't his prosthetic arm creep you out? I don't ever want to see either of you at the wedding reception again.
Are you sure that this is what you want?
Yes, I'm sure. Now please leave.
We're leaving then. I hope you're happy. Let me just say this, though. Ted is a CEO, and he's one of your husband's big clients.
What?
But I guess it doesn't matter to you. Your husband's the one that's going to have to deal with the aftermath. Your only concern is having the perfect wedding. Enjoy the rest of your wedding. We're leaving now. Bye. I'm also cutting all ties with you. Please don't contact me ever again.
Where are you now? Are you still close by? I need to speak to you. Will you meet me?
I've left and I'm home now.
How did you get home so fast?
Wanted to get home as soon as possible after you threw wine at Ted. And I asked you not to get in touch with me. I'm not your sister anymore.
I know that you're mad at me, but I still need to talk to you. Were you serious when you said that Ted is one of my husband's clients at work? My husband is freaking out because he says that Ted no longer wants to do business with him. He's worried that the big project is going to be canceled as well.
Well, your husband should be worried. Ted only attended your wedding because your husband invited him, but you came over and poured wine on him. Ted has every reason to be furious. Ted is smart to end business with your husband. We want nothing to do with you after what you did to him.
Do you find this funny? I'm in a lot of trouble here. My husband is flipping out, and I don't know what I can do to calm him down. And he doesn't seem to care about our wedding reception anymore.
I see. That must suck for you.
You're my sister. Shouldn't you be more concerned?
I don't consider us to be sisters anymore after the way you treated Ted. Remember, I cut all ties with you.
That's not the point. I'm in a lot of trouble and I need your help. My husband knows about what happened between Ted and I.
I'm not surprised that he did.
And now the project has been canceled too.
I'm sure that your husband is livid with you.
He is. He tells me that he's going to annul our marriage. And I guess our wedding reception is canceled as well.
Well, you saw this coming. You should have never been so rude to Ted.
Will you please pick up my call?
Why should I? I have nothing to say to you. You're not supposed to be contacting me anymore.
I need your help. Please, fix this. I want to talk to you on the phone.
Well, I don't, and I have no intention of helping you. You need to deal with this on your own. I asked you to stop disrespecting Ted, but you did it anyway. This is all your fault. I hope that you learn a good lesson from this. You need to grow up and take responsibility for your actions.
I never expected Ted to be my husband's client. You could have given me a heads up. All I asked was for Ted not to attend my wedding. I don't think that I did anything wrong.
If you think you haven't done anything wrong, then I'm sure it'll all blow over. But I still can't forgive you for making discriminatory remarks at Ted. You're on your own. I need to go now. Bye.
The wedding's been called off. What am I going to do now? I need you to fix this. It's your fault for not telling me Ted was my husband's super important client.
How can you blame me? You did this all on your own. The fact that you don't see that makes you an idiot.
What did you just call me?
All I did was go to my sister's wedding. I didn't do anything wrong. You're the one that deliberately spilled wine on Ted and kicked us out. You need to deal with the consequences of your actions. You really need to grow up, Helen. I'm sure that you now understand that if you badmouth someone, it's going to bite you in the ass. I hope that from now on, you keep that in mind and stop making such stupid mistakes.
Right now, the most important thing for me is saving my marriage. I quit my job, so without my husband, I'll have no place to live. What am I going to do now?
That's not my problem, but I'm sure that neither your husband nor any of the other relatives will take your side.
Be so cold to me. Don't you care about my future at all? Please talk to Ted and apologize to him for me. I didn't know that he was one of my husband's clients.
Why in the world would I do that? I'm on Ted's side and he has every right to be angry. What you did is unforgivable.
But you're my sister. We're family. Doesn't that mean anything to you?
I've cut all ties with you, so we're not family. Please don't bother me and Ted anymore. Why don't you talk to Mom and Dad?
So you're just going to abandon me?
I'm not abandoning you. I need to go. Bye.
I quit my job. What am I going to do if my husband leaves me? This isn't my fault. You should have told me about Ted's work. I don't deserve any of this.
Ted has a disability and it's not something that he wants to be reminded of, let alone made fun of by you. But you laughed at him and poured wine on him. Ted doesn't use his disability to get special treatment, and he's worked very hard. Much more than the average person. You should have never disrespected him. What you did was very wrong. And you deserve every bit of punishment coming your way.
I'm sorry about what I said and did to Ted. I realized how wrong I was.
So you're finally apologizing for your actions? That took a while. Do you realize how long it took you to apologize and acknowledge that this is your fault?
Yes, and I'm very sorry. Will you please talk to Ted now?
If you really felt bad about what you've done, you wouldn't be asking me for any favors. Look, the project's cancelled and there's nothing you can do about it, so just move on. Instead of worrying about your failed marriage, you should worry about getting a new job.
Why did I bother apologizing if you're not even going to help me out?
You should be apologizing. You did something wrong. I'm seeing your true colors, and it isn't pretty. I don't have any more time to waste on you. Bye. You must be elated that you were able to kick Ted out of your wedding. Melanie blocked Helen after that and never spoke to her sister again. Helen's husband left her after he found out about what she had done to Ted. Helen had no choice but to move into a shabby apartment and look for a new job. The guests of Helen's wedding saw how she was talking to Ted, and they recorded everything that she said and did to Ted on that day. The video of her pouring wine on Ted went viral after someone posted it on social media. After that, no one wanted to hire Helen, and she was forced to live a very hard life. Helen should never have made fun of Ted's disability. Had she been more compassionate, none of this would have happened to her. The joke's now on her.
Danny, please stop ignoring me. If you're mad, please talk to me about it. I can't apologize if you don't.
You're such a useless wife. You still don't understand why your husband is upset with you.
You finally responded. So you really are mad over something I did?
Anytime I'm mad, it's because of you. Last night you gave me the same side dish as the day before, didn't you?
Oh, you mean the roasted Brussels sprouts? I figured I should start making side dishes that can be prepared quickly. If I can make them all in one day, I can prepare dinner a lot faster.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Pre-made dishes. You're just trying to find ways to slack off. I'm not gonna have any housewife of mine slack off.
What?
Your husband should be served dishes freshly made. That's what's expected around here. Serving the same dish twice in a row and then also being pre-made is just insulting. Are you that dumb to not know something this obvious?
I'm not slacking off. I just figured that making them all at once would be saving time and energy. Besides, there are some meals that taste better after a few days of marinating.
Shut up. It's all because of me that you're able to live the life you currently have. Who do you think you are to argue with me?
You always say this.
Listen closely. Never do something like this again. Next time this happens, I won't just ignore you. I'll kick you out. Wives are meant to take care of their husband's needs. What in the world is this lunch? This has the side dishes that we had last night. Did you already forget what I told you last month?
I'm sorry, Danny, but I haven't been feeling good since last night. I just couldn't make any dishes for you this morning.
You're sick. All you do is stay home all day.
Well, you see, it's because I'm pregnant.
Wait, really?
I really didn't feel good, so I went to the hospital today and they told me I was pregnant. They said the sickness is due to that.
Really? I finally get to be a father. Great job, Amy.
I'm glad you're so excited, but could I ask that you help around the house now? I need you to forgive me as I gradually become unable to move around much.
What did you say?
I can't explain how much the morning sickness is affecting me. With how things are gonna be in the future, I think it's best you learn how to do these chores. I'll be really busy with looking after our kid once they're born. It would really help that you could at least take care of yourself.
Don't be stupid. Raising a child and housework is both your responsibility as a mother. Don't be pushing all kinds of work onto me just because you're pregnant.
What?
Those are all duties that are expected of a housewife. I'm not doing a single bit of housework, not now, not ever.
Come on.
You may have some sickness going on, but keep working. I'm not helping in the slightest, but I expect you to give me a cute baby. Oh, by the way, this weekend I'll be out on a trip with some friends.
Wait a minute. Could you cancel those plans? I want you to come with me to the hospital.
Why in the world would I need to go there with you?
The doctor said that the next examination should be with you there as well. So could you please go with me?
There is nothing I can do there. Just say I have work or something.
This is about our child, though. Your plans with friends are more important than that?
Of course they are. I've only known you for 6 years. Compared to the 20 years I've known my friends, that's practically nothing. So don't get in my way.
But, please.
Anyways, I'm going back to work now. I'll forgive this lunch incident because of the pregnancy announcement, but don't think I'll be as forgiving for dinner.
I heard the news. Congrats, Amy. Oh, wow. He told you already? Yeah. He apologized for introducing me to my grandchild. I told him that there's no need to apologize. Such a serious boy. I can't believe this. We still don't know the safeness of this pregnancy yet. He just started announcing it without my permission. What? You still don't know yet? Since he contacted me, I thought it was already stable. I only found out I was pregnant yesterday. I'm still only 4 weeks along. Wait, really? He's so clueless, I swear. I'm sorry, honey. I bet you didn't want others to know just yet. I'm sorry as well. You did nothing wrong, and I'm here complaining to you. No, dear. You have every right to be mad. I'll be sure to tell my son that. I'm sorry that he's so clueless. Kathy, I don't think I can stand this anymore. Will you forgive me if I divorce your son? Divorce? What happened? Is his cluelessness really that bad? I'm sorry. That must be my fault. Please, could you reconsider? You did nothing wrong, Kathy. I just can't handle anymore. He is so cold towards me, and now his own child as well. I can't stand to be with someone this unforgiving as him. What? I've always known that he's a bit old-fashioned with his ideals of marriage, but it's gotten worse. He's so strict on everything, including housework, and if I try to explain that housework is still hard, he gets mad. I was told to be a proper housewife and mother without his help. You're kidding! He's been saying all these horrible things to you? He rejected my request in going to the hospital with me this weekend because hanging out with his friends is way more important. I can't be with this kind of person any longer. How horrible! You know what? I'll go with you this weekend in place of him. I'll drive you there and wait for you in the car the entire time. You'd do that for me? Of course. But first, I need you to calm down. You have to think about your child and maybe think about the divorce just a bit more. If you still want to get a divorce after that, then rest assured, we will be on your side. Thank you so much. I think I can finally calm down a bit. That's good. I'll see you next week for the appointment. And if you're feeling okay, then maybe we can have some lunch or coffee afterwards.
Hey, are you at my parents' house already?
Yes, I just arrived. Kathy went out of her way to pick me up.
Listen up. This visit is all thanks to my wonderful parents, since your parents are not around anymore. My parents are the one who gave us the okay to visit. You better be grateful for their kindness.
Of course I'm grateful. They saw how much pain I'm in and offered us to go visit them. There is no way I wouldn't be thankful of your parents. I have none of those thoughts towards you, though.
What do you mean you're not grateful for me? A wife should always be grateful of their husband.
I'm not seeing the problem here, as I'm not gonna be your wife for much longer.
What?
I was scared of telling you in person, but I'll say it now. I want a divorce.
Huh? Where is this coming from?
I can't stand you for much longer. I refuse to raise a child with you.
That's ridiculous. How dare you talk, Almighty, when you've been living off of my money, and when you're visiting my parents? Who are you to request a divorce?
It doesn't matter what you think because I'm serious. I've been thinking about this for a while now.
You were thinking about it that much? How is it that you've been thinking about it, but are too stupid to realize where you stand? You'd be homeless if you divorced me.
Speak of homes, our house is about to be deconstructed.
What?
Either way, if I divorce you, we're both gonna be homeless. So that threat means absolutely nothing.
What do you mean deconstructed? What are you talking about?
I think it was an hour after you saw off to work this morning, when the demolition workers came in. To which, after talking with them, I contacted your parents. The demolists have been sending me pictures of their progress, and have to admit, they're doing a great job. They'll be done by later today.
Hang on. What is going on? What are you doing letting our house get destroyed? Don't tell me that you're going to use the money from the deconstruction to pay for our child's care.
Bingo! You got it in one. The owner of the house was set as your mother, which she gave to me.
What?
I didn't know that the house that we're living in was in the possession of your mother the entire time. What was even more surprising is that you have been living here rent-free. You told me that the rent was $1,000 a month, so that you can only give me $500 a month.
I mean, I can explain.
I'm sure you have much to say, but I'm gonna divorce you either way, so you can save it. Just be sure to sign the document soon. I've already signed my name on it. Your mother will be bringing you the documents to your job later.
Hang on a minute. I don't understand how this is happening. The rent being zero coming to light, my mother approving of destroying the house.
I'm not asking for your understanding. Never mind all that. Just promise you'll sign the divorce papers. I can't stand living with you any longer.
No way. There is no way I'll sign those stupid papers. I don't know what or how you have my parents' support, but I won't forgive this.
That's my line. To have your amazing wife request a divorce, you aren't fit for being a husband or father. Shut up and sign the papers. Your father and I are on Amy's side on this.
What? Mom?
You are so stupid, treating someone who tries their hardest with you with such disrespect. Not only that, but stating that you won't be helping in raising your child. I've heard everything from Amy already.
What? She ratted me out?
Where did I go wrong? I honestly feel sorry for you. I can't even fathom how Amy's late parents feel about all this. A man who can help his wife should hurry up and sign the divorce papers.
What? Come on, Mom, why are you protecting her so much?
Huh?
You should be helping out your son with convincing her to reconsider divorcing me. I know I've been acting high and mighty, but I'll be better from now on. So please reconsider. I need your help too, Mom.
This is beyond convincing her to reconsider. Why don't you understand that?
What?
But fine, I'll give you a chance. You did say you'll behave better. I'm gonna evaluate you to see if you're worth Amy reconsidering.
What kind of evaluation? You gonna grade an apology letter or something?
Just answer the questions I ask. Think about the money I gave you in aid of the birth of your child.
The what?
I gave you the money when you told me the news, didn't I? To use it to aid you guys with your baby. Your father and I gave you $5,000. If you weren't a rotten man, you would have used the money properly, right?
Well, you see...
A rotten man is all words. If you claim to fix your attitude, I would need to make sure of that. So, what did you do with it? What did you use the money I sent you on? Did you even give it to Amy? If you want my help, you better answer.
I'm sorry. I used all the money hanging out with my friends. I paid the gasoline, did some gambling, and bought fishing equipment. I was only planning on using a small portion of it, but it all ended up being used hanging out with them.
I can't believe you! To think that my own son would become this rotten. As you can already guess, you failed. We will be celebrating your divorce.
What?
We will be watching Amy at our house. As long as she is at our house, you better not show your face here. Your father and I will be protecting her and the child in her belly.
Wait, Mom, please give me time to talk to Amy alone.
You don't even deserve that luxury. Your father will be over soon to hand you the divorce papers. I expect you to sign it. If you don't, we will be informing all your colleagues about this.
Come on, Amy. I had no choice to sign the papers. My dad really did come to my job. I only signed it because I was threatened. I don't want to get a divorce.
I don't care. I wanted a divorce. The papers have been safely handed over. Thanks for your cooperation.
You already handed the papers in?
It's best to turn these things as soon as possible.
Please, Amy, don't do this to me. I was looking forward to meeting my child. I'll be better. So please, let's be a family again.
Absolutely not. I just learned about the money your parents gave you. Just thinking about it gets me so mad.
I'll pay it back. You can take it out of my savings.
You owe me way more than that now. I expect money as a consolation for future property, as well as childcare once I give birth.
All of that?
These are the expected things you're supposed to pay.
What's wrong with you? I'm here begging for you, and you show me this kind of attitude? I've lost not only my home, but also the support of my parents because of you. Don't you feel guilty for all this?
Not at all.
Huh?
Oh, that's right. The demolition crew contacted me again. They are almost done with, and will definitely be done by tomorrow.
What? They're almost done? All those memories we created at that house. All your belongings are off to the side. Make sure you pick those up. If not, then it'll all be gone along with the house tomorrow.
Well, I'm gonna head out then. I'll let you know more of the details of the money that you owe me soon. If you try to run away, you will not be permitted to see your child and expect to lose all ties cut with your family.
You're joking. That means I'll have to figure something out by today. Do you know if rental truck services will be of any use?
After a few months, I have safely given birth. I can't explain how thankful I am of Kathy and her husband's support. They even went as far as to offer to talk to Danny about the money he owes me, and they managed to get me the better end of a deal. I really can't express how they have helped me out. Even now, they visit the house that I moved out to with my child. They are really wonderful people. On a different note, my ex-husband managed to create a family and make new friends, and gradually became a better person for his other child. Once he lost everything and hit rock bottom, he started to get his act together.